How's everybody else gonna know that it's got a new stream?
All right, go ahead. We're live.
I got 7 seconds.
Am I starting it up?
Sir?
Go ahead, Keith.
Live now.
Hey, how's it going? This advertisement is dangerous and inconvenient, but I do love Train by Text. Let's see if I clear this up right here. Just there we go. All right. Hey guys, welcome to the TBT Major Award video. We're gonna let you guys know who won. So we're gonna kick it off here. I think that's the major thing we've got going on today, is just letting everybody know who won. So who's got that information for us? Brian?
Well,
Brent?
I think Chris is going to give this person a call here in just a moment, but just thanks to you guys. It's a great day. Thank you guys for joining us, and we're super excited to, I don't know, to me, this could be career and life changing. So we're super excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think before we start going right to, I know we're not gonna pull everybody around, but I think what we should do is Brian had the idea of us giving each our either a good vision story or a good training story about why we like it so much. I think to start. Bryn, you actually Tommy had a good story. What's your story, Tommy?
Well, when I first started going to training events, or not events, I'm sorry, actual training, I got kind of close with John Thornton, and he pretty much implied that I would never become a top tier tech if I didn't attend Vision or any of the other national training events. It was that good or that important. So I actually kind of have a little social anxiety disorder type thing where I don't really do well in new environments with people I don't know. So I had to battle that a little bit, and finally I just said, you know what, man, let's get this done. And I go to Vision by myself. I didn't know anybody. And as soon as first class started, I made a buddy who I still talk to with this day. And man, after that, it just kind of, skyrocketed towards where we are at now. That led to me trying to get people together at Auto Mechanica since it was in Chicago. And that led to a group chat that led to the infamous TBT group chat. And here we are now. So anything's possible, guys.
Awesome.
Tommy
That's
was
awesome.
the guy who originally brought us all together, so that's outstanding.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, Tommy is Tommy's the man. A lot of people don't know Tommy. Tommy, he is Tommy's the man. I don't know.
We're gonna get him behind the camera pretty soon here, so.
I keep on working on it. What about you, Brian?
I came close.
My story is the same. I met Tommy. I met all of you guys at Auto Mechanica, and that was my first national event that I've ever been to. And from then on, I've been hooked. I love these events. They're outstanding. I love the networking. I love the relationships that we've all created because of these events, and it's been outstanding. So I encourage all of you to get out there, meet somebody, network. It's not just the training; it's the experience while you're out there. The people you meet, the relationships that you build, are all outstanding, and it's you gotta be out there.
That's awesome.
So,
my first training event was last year. It was CAN in Chicago. I had my boss pay for me to go out because I heard about it on a YouTube video. I heard about it on South Main Auto video. And he told me I heard about this CAN conference. So I decided the next year I'm taking it. So it came out. So I was going, and I'm part of all these Facebook groups and everything. And Brian actually put together, he put a post out there. He wanted to do a get together for, people that were coming out. So I said, hey, I'm coming. I like to get together. I knew nobody. And Brian put me into this group chat that is completely blown out of control.
Was it me?
That's
I did
another
that?
story. Yeah, you invited me to a group chat, Brian.
I don't even remember
And
that.
so I'm on my way to Chicago, not knowing how I'm getting to this conference, not knowing anything. I meet Tanner in the airport. I was waiting for a shuttle that apparently never came. And I met Tanner at the airport, and Tommy picked me up in his truck with Bryn sitting shotgun. and didn't know these people. Never met them before in my life. Just met them online, and it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. The training event experience. I've done local training classes and some World Pack classes, and those are great. But there's nothing like a national training event. I was never so. I was completely exhausted by the time I was done. Like even when the learning was done, just in the lobby of the hotel, we'd hang out in the lobby till like 3 a.m. before going to the next day's class. It was just an awesome experience.
It's such a refresher. I mean, we get burned out over time, and I go to these events, and it just restores the passion to keep doing what we do, and that alone just is the one amazing thing that these events give to us.
Yeah, and when Vision came around, I was still working for the same shop, but I rage quit my job. I literally left a car in the lift with oil draining, and walked out. And I kind of
don't try that at home, kids.
Yeah. Don't do that. That was 2 days before Christmas. That kind of screwed up everybody's Christmas. So, needless to be said, I didn't have any money to go to Vision, and these guys in this group, they wanted me there, and they all put together a money to get me out. Justin won a scholarship last year. He donated his scholarship to me because he already paid, and everybody else put money together to fly me out, pay my ticket. I stayed in Brian's room. They wouldn't let me pay for a thing. That's what these guys are about, and and I made it a mission of mine to pay that forward, and that's what really tonight is about. And that's my Vision story.
Like, yeah, that was beautiful. I think we met Isaac at that Vision and helped him out by because he didn't have a room.
Isaac slept on everybody's floor.
Yeah.
Hey, look, who's the official hobo? Somebody sneak in.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey guys, I can't stick around long, but I definitely wanted to stop in to see who the lucky winner is.
All right. Well, do you want to tell your story, your first experience at a national event, or do you want to tell the story about what you met meeting Jim, or what do you want to tell?
Oh boy, let's see here. Well, first, I can tell you the story about meeting Jim. That was you guys hear me okay? I'm using my headphones.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Excuse me.
Lunch kid.
I was a technician for the majority of my career, and at the time I was working at a Honda dealership. And a parts jobber approached us and was handing out flyers and said, "Any of you guys want to go see this, this class down the street here?" I figured, why not? I've never been to one before. It was called the ABCs, D's of Ignition. So I sat in on this class and Jim Morton was presenting, and I was blown away. I couldn't believe the level of knowledge anyone could attain about an ignition system. I mean, he really boasted the fact that he could troubleshoot any ignition system and have it figured out in 15 minutes or less, no matter what it was. A weed whacker, a helicopter, or an automobile. And he proved it by the end of class. So I approached him with some private instructions so I could get better. I mean, I didn't realize anybody knew that much about cars. And he took me under his wing and he charged me $100 an hour. And I went to his house, and in his basement, he's got this humongous lab set up, and we just messed around.
Wait a minute. When you've asked him, didn't he say like $100 million? Do his impression. $100 million. You asked him how much. Marbles in his mouth.
It's probably $100 an hour, and honestly, he didn't take me seriously. He thought I was going to say things. But I met his wife Mary. I knocked the picture off his wall by accident. My back broke it.
Good first impression.
Yeah, so I was thinking, I'm like, way to go, knucklehead. But he's like an uncle to me ever since. So I went down his basement for about 5 hours, wrote him a check for $400 or $500. But after that, he took me seriously, and I guess it was like an uncle to me. So it started my path to learning a totally different way.
That's awesome.
It's a good story. What was your first event, national event after that?
Me?
Yeah.
My first event was Vision. First, he sent me to ride with John Anello, the Auto Tech on Wheels.
Oh, nice.
That blew my mind. I wasn't ready for that. I was not ready for that. My mind, but he told me he reported back to Morton, until I found this out later. Said he tried to throw me a couple of curveballs and he couldn't shake it. So it worked out. But then after that, he said, you got to go attend Linder Tech. And by then, Jim Linder had shut that down. But everybody kept saying vision, vision, vision. And I got there, and again, mine was absolutely blown. The level of knowledge, the amount of mind power under one roof was, overwhelming. I overheard, as soon as I stepped in, I overheard one of you guys say how tiring it is. And you're right, you are mentally drained.
Yeah.
You're ready to go home, suck your thumb by the time you're done with that weekend.
I heard
the other way.
Matt Fanslow and somebody else, there was an article in some magazine they were talking about, may have been like Ratchet and Wrench, because I think Sherry Hamilton won like one of those, they do the awards once a year, and they were talking about Sherry and Vision. And Matt said that it was the mecca of the automotive service industry, which I think is pretty accurate.
It's well put. I have to agree with that. It's amazing. A lot of these shows are coming a long way. They're learning.
Kuba wants to know how long ago you met Jim Morton.
Let's see. It was probably about 2008.
Okay.
Give or take a year. I'm pretty sure it's 2008.
11 years or so?
Yeah. Yeah, it totally changed the way I look at things now. When a dealership...
Showing your age.
I'm 37. I feel 47. I'm 37.
57.
Thanks. From a dealership perspective, and most of it, I'll bet you any of you guys, dealer guys watching will agree with me that there's pretty much like not to hurt anyone's feelings, but we kind of get tunnel vision. There's like one way of doing things, and that's the dealership way. Well, you take that Honda badge or that Saab badge or that Ford badge off the hood of that car, and you're lost. I was a really good Honda tech. I wasn't really as good as I thought I was. And it took Jim Morton's to retrain my mind to approach things on how they really work versus getting familiar with a particular vehicle or model or specific system. He calls it the 85-15% rule. 85% of the stuff that happens on cars has to happen because it's physics. The 15% is how each manufacturer does it. He wanted me to become a master of the 85% and know the information to find the 15%.
Yeah, I use that to this day. I've heard you say it so much, and I think it applies perfectly to what we do every day. 85-15%.
Yeah,
it's been working out. I can tell you that much. I've been listening to what he said on blind faith alone for the first few years. The guy has less than me, so he's been around longer. I figured just do what he says and see what happens. And he was right.
Okay.
Awesome.
How about you, Tanner? What was your first experience at training?
So,
The lollipop killed.
my first experience at an actual event, not just a local class, that really pushed me to go out and look further. Up in New York State, they did
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
If you guys can't tell, Brandon and I really enjoy picking on each other. He's like my older brother.
And you're both very short.
Will probably fill that role.
Better center of gravity. Better center of gravity.
I even got hair gelling tonight, so I grew an inch too, just like Brandon always says.
5'7" with hair, Joe.
So my first event was up in New York. It was still a smaller event, but it was put on by the Service Station Repair Association of Upstate New York. The first two classes I took there were a CTI class from John Gillespie and a hybrid class from Craig Van Battenberg. And I've got to say that between the two of them, that kind of pushed me to look further. Once I went to those, I really enjoyed getting to see, I guess, what I didn't know. That was really the biggest thing. People, will try to tell you I shouldn't say try to tell you, when you go to a training event, a lot of people pick classes that they look at and they're like, I know something about that. I'll go to that one. I'm a Toyota guy, so I'll go to that Toyota class. Branch out and go to classes that you know nothing about, because at that point, that's when you're going to see what you don't know and you're going to get the most out of. And because I did that, that really pushed me to say, wow, I need to get out and I need to do more training and I need to learn more. So after that event, about probably a month after that event, I went to the TST big event. There was 3 speakers, and I got to meet some guys that I've looked up to ever since. John Rogers, Robert Pleasanton, Guy Picaro was there, Mike Burmester, all those guys. And after I met them, that really kind of sealed the deal for me. From then on, that's when I started finally attending national events. And throughout that year, I think I went to, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 events, and I've
Holy
done so
cow.
every year since.
You sleep at all?
Not
Maybe
lately.
for that whole year. And when did you master interpretive dance?
No, that year not at all. And even this year, especially in October, is some of the guys that were at a Super Saturday with us can attest to us not really getting to sleep the night before we had to fly back, and driving through the center of Philadelphia at like 3 in the morning with Bryn. I thought I was going to die, but we made it.
It is good. It is good
So
food at
that's
least.
part of being dedicated, I guess, going through. I mean, I think the month of October, I was home for like a week, maybe, if that. So, but it's been a good year, so can't complain.
Anybody else got a story?
You need Mike and Keith.
Yeah. Are they? Oh, I didn't see Keith.
Oh, I'm hiding.
Go ahead, Keith.
So my first big event was Vision 2017. That was my first time ever at a big event. I had been in the dark out here in Oklahoma, out in the sticks, just hiding. That was my first big training event, first real training event probably ever. I think I took a couple CTI classes before that, just locally, and then that was kind of it. I'm homegrown. I didn't have any formal training or anything, so once I found out about Vision, I think I spoke to Bryn. No, my first Vision, I don't think I really knew anyone. I just showed up, went, met a couple people, nobody that was here, and decided to go back the next year. And then me and Bryn had talked afterwards.
I think it was your first one. You said hello, and then I said hello, but
Yeah, I think I was talking to Rusty.
I keep joking
Rusty
about when these events you should wear your Facebook profile on a badge or something. You don't necessarily recognize everybody.
Especially
Yeah.
mine.
I thought man was 6 feet tall, bro.
What?
I wanted to say, where's the rest of you?
He was like, "Hey, Tommy." He's like, "Who was that?" Oh, hi.
Hey, how the heck did you get so smart? I gotta say one thing about hanging out with these clowns right here is that it's fun being the stupidest guy in the room.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Give me a
All right, Mr. Humble.
Everybody's got their niche, but I mean, you guys, your level of knowledge with the computers and stuff. I'm not a computer guy at all. I'm insanely jealous.
I can
we're
attest to
learning
that.
too.
He's not really a computer guy.
Hey, Keith, come on, man. I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Hey, off.
No, I mean that's the beauty of this, and if you haven't told already, I know we're probably being long-winded, but it really is. We're trying to do a couple things. We're trying to make sure you understand, which we probably browbeat you this every time you hear from us, but it's training in general. But there's something special about Vision or events in general because you're away from the shop. It's a break in monotony. You get to, when you're going to a national event, you're going to with other people that are serious about their profession, and you're going with, like-minded people. And and like Tommy, I'm very uncomfortable, approaching people, starting conversations. And I, just like Tommy, I was kind of nervous, even today, even going to events now, like a little bit of nerves. Because I know it's so important to approach someone and initiate a conversation, because that's where your life changes, is when you start making friends like these guys. And I've been going for a while to events, and it's been a little more and a little more every time, and I've made relationships, but it's the last couple of times, it's been last couple years, it's been really cool, because you start, and just so if it doesn't happen right away, put yourself in uncomfortable situations, approach people, talk to them. But if deep relationships don't happen right away, just don't give up. Keep talking to people, keep going to these things if you can. Try to make it a priority, because we spend $100 a week sometimes on tools. Spend $75 a week. put $25 away, and hopefully your shop owner, if you're not a shop owner, if you're a technician, hopefully your shop owner, you know, one thing is don't just make an assumption that they're not willing to invest, because personally, I've met a few people that made that assumption and they found out just after simply asking, yeah, we'll send you, that's cool, and then they go. So definitely don't make that assumption. Ask them and tell them to plan for it. Put the money aside and mark it off the calendar. If that won't happen, first of all, if you're happy where you're at, fine. But if you're not happy where you're at, maybe you might look at somewhere that will take training seriously and investing in you. If it doesn't happen and you're happy where you're at, otherwise you don't want to make the move, I respect that. But spend $75 a week, spend $50 a week instead of 75, whatever. Put $25 a week aside to go to an event if you can, please. My story is very similar. The first event I took was, well, I don't know if it's similar, but it was called CARS. So ASA, Automotive Service Association, it's kind of was their mechanical one. They combined it with NACE, I think, for the first time in Orlando. NACE is the collision kind of event. So it was CARS and collision and NACE, which is again mechanical and collision event. I didn't even know these things existed until then. I just started getting postcards in the mail because I was geographically close to this thing. So my business partner at the time, I think we just had been open like a year or less, and we thought, wow, I didn't know this happened. It's only an hour away. We definitely have to go. So I took a day and went, and he took a day and went. And it was good, but I really didn't put myself out there. I was only there for one day, which is crazy because it's an hour from me. I should have made it happen. But again, you don't know. Anyways, after that, I started getting more involved on IETN. Becky Witt encouraged me to go to AVI on AVI's conference that they held alongside of SEMA and Apex. That's a 2-day thing. And then my buddy Travis Tamenon, that actually worked with us at the time at our company, told me, and other people on IETN told me Vision is it. I went to Vision and seriously mind blown. Like thousands of people that are the best. Like most of you that are watching are probably usually the best, one of the best technically in the local training sessions that you guys go to, maybe in the shop, but even sometimes at the local training sessions, you're taking this seriously, so you're doing it. When you go to events like this, you feel like the dumbest person in the room, but it's great. It's wonderful. So anyways, that's my first event for Vision, by the way. I was very fortunate, and I actually did win the scholarship for the tech. It was the management scholarship at the time, being a shop owner. So, and with that scholarship, they would give you the hotel, and I think it's a Saturday, Sunday pass. And so I had to, of course, take care of the airfare, all the other expenses, but I was definitely very fortunate and very thankful for that opportunity. So that's my story.
Cool.
Can you repeat that, Bert?
Yeah. So much for short-winded.
Sorry.
And we got Mike left over. You got anything to share with us, Mike, that we haven't said already?
Yeah, my first event was in 2013. It was an auto value event down in Grand Rapids.
Up in Grand Rapids?
Yeah, wherever, side to the side of me, actually.
Okay.
But that was the first event I've ever been to that the dealer sent me to it. It was, I don't know what they paid, $100 and something dollars. They mentioned at that time, that was before Auto Mechanica existed in the United States. But the instructors there had mentioned that was coming in 2015. So after that event, I marked my calendar for Auto Mechanica to be at the very first one in Chicago. That's where it all changed, because I met some of the top instructors I've ever seen, like John Thornton, John Anello, Eric Ziegler, and ever since then, I've sought out training not only locally. I've gone to Super Saturday. Last year was my first Vision trip. and it made Auto Mechanica look small compared to Auto Mechanica. And Bryn's right. Might not be the smartest guy in that room, but you're smart enough to be there and take that training seriously. It's going to take you to another level where 90% of our industry is not at currently, but they can be. All they have to do is sign up for Vision and go from there.
Sign up for Vision. Sign up for something. I agree. I mean, hopefully, because there's a lot of great ones. Mike's right. I think as far as an attendance goes, I don't want to compare one event to the other. There's a lot of great events out there. Vision is really special for me, and I think most of us here, if not all of us. But
yeah, Vision is awesome. I mean, not even just the classes, just the networking and just the meeting of people that deal with the same stuff you do on a daily basis. So you don't what I like about these events is when I was working in the shop, I felt alone. Like I just thought, okay, I must be the only person dealing with this because I'm struggling so hard. Then you go to these events and you meet the people that are just like you. And
absolutely.
They have the same problems, the same struggles. They deal with the same kind of rust. Well, not Keith, or Bryn, but
I got rust.
but
Wait, what's rust?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can shut up now.
So,
but it feels great. What, Tanner? There you are.
I want a quick ad because it just got kind of brought up in the chat, and before I forget, Joe's Auto Electric said that
Joe
said you guys all rock. Thought I was the only one who felt strange meeting new people. You all make it so easy, and you guys welcome people with open arms. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Joe's
So I
an
want
awesome
to
dude.
touch on that. Yeah, I agree. I want to touch on that real quick and be short. If there's anybody at Vision that you guys want to meet, I knew it. I knew Brandon couldn't hold it in. I could see it.
that was too easy. Go ahead.
I'm glad he got it. But if there's anybody that you guys want to meet at Vision, come find me or come find one of us, and we will
Look under the table.
know the person. Yeah, exactly. Make sure you're looking down, or you won't see me or Brandon. If you're looking up, you'll miss both of us. But yeah, come find us. If there's somebody that you want to meet, I will be more than happy to introduce you to people. Jim Morton is great at introducing people as well. He seems to really enjoy doing that. So if I can help anybody with that, and you're, somebody who doesn't really want to talk to people, but there's somebody you want to meet, come see me, and I'll gladly help you with that.
Absolutely.
It's a great offer, and I agree. That's one thing I love about Jim is he's very giving with that.
He knows everybody too.
Yeah, he'll walk you around and interrupt conversations. Yeah,
Bryn is the same way. That's why I know so many people. Bryn also really, really likes hugs, as we've been discussing. So,
and feed him a lot.
Don't even say no.
Regular
Just hug him.
at these events.
if you're a man, you don't even have to do the tap. You could just
Bring it in.
Just grab him.
I mean, women obviously, but the men always feel like they have to tap.
But I think we pushed it out long enough. I think people.
Yeah, it's 9:30. Let's announce it.
All right. Well, Bryn, I think you're up.
Hopefully, you guys have your phones on.
Yes,
Okay,
please turn
because
them on.
the stipulation was that you had to answer the phone, and so our first choice. Do we want to give the details now, or do we want to call them and then talk about why we
No,
chose
give the
Call them
details.
first, because we give them the details, we're going to know.
Yeah.
Calling is a surprise.
Give him a call.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna handle this. We're gonna call. So give me a second. I've only tried this 3 times, so it's guaranteed to fail.
Just
And
like the
where?
direct live stream feed.
Yes.
We are hoping you pick up.
Yes. Please pick up.
Don't tell them it's Chris. Just say train by text. They might not pick up if they know it's you.
Personally. All right. Let's see.
It'd be awesome to be able to talk and find out all we know about this guy, because I don't know anything, or lady for that matter.
We need a drum roll.
Oh.
98654 is not available.
Oh, do I call again?
Yeah, you got to call like 3 times.
Third time's the charm.
I'll call one more time.
This is
You wanna
why
give
we
it-
have 5 additional roundups.
Here, real
You
quick.
know what? Why don't you let somebody else try
Yeah.
from a different number? The guy sees 3 weird numbers. He's going to think something's up.
Well, unfortunately, I got mine set up with the microphone and the speaker.
Okay.
Hold on just a minute. We'll give it a couple minutes.
Mine may work as well. I mean, my microphone setup should be all right.
Yeah.
One thing I can touch on while we give them a couple minutes to snap out of it. Come on. When you're going to an event like this, you have so many freaking choices. It can be overwhelming. It's so hard. You want to clone yourself. There's no time in your life that you want to clone yourself more than there is when you're attending.
I could think of one time, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna call. If you're not paying attention, it's gonna be a 631 number. Please answer. If not, how long do we gotta wait? Like 10 seconds for the feedback?
631.
Yeah, 631.
Area code?
Yeah, 631.
Okay.
No. The first choice?
No. I'm
His.
calling my cell phone number.
Oh, okay. I got you. Sorry.
All right, let's try this again. Here goes.
This is going to be horrible if nobody answers.
That's a better sound, right? No?
Yeah.
Was it ringing before?
Yeah.
How may I help you?
Hello?
Hello. Hi, this is Chris from Train by Text. Who's this?
I think you have the wrong number.
Oh no.
This is
Okay.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. Tell me who it is.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hold on. Oh,
Call ended.
You want to?
Wrong number. How does that
Can you
work?
text? Hey, how about this? Can you text that number?
She submitted the number.
She probably doesn't recognize who you are. Just
You know who Trained by Text is? It shouldn't be on here.
it might not be her. Maybe she's answering the phone for somebody.
Chris,
Yeah.
978.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the one. Hold on.
What?
Anybody else?
We're going door to door to bring you this incredible offer.
Which one was that?
Keith,
The
you want to
first-
give it a shot?
Yeah. Keith, you want that?
Yeah, do you want me to same number?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put an
Ask them.
explanation.
When
for
they
the-
answer, ask them if they applied for a trip to a training conference.
Yeah, I got it. I just got to get the chart pulled up so I called number.
Need that less intimidating New York accent.
Well, you would think they'd automatically know, but
Yeah. Well,
Unless somebody entered them for them.
that's true.
Well, then that wasn't the rules. They got to answer the phone.
yeah. I'd say this is the last time.
Oh boy, man, what a tough night for that.
Oh,
Is this a
Can you guys hear it ringing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. They're probably saying Oklahoma. I ain't answering that.
or a telemarketer or jail.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice
All
message.
right, on to the next one.
All right. Number
Yep.
2.
Well, we did pick an alternate just in
Yep.
case. So
We got a bunch of alternates.
Yeah.
So let's do this again.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
We tried. So sorry, guys, if you didn't
Yeah.
answer. We tried 3 times. You even answered the phone and told us you got the wrong number.
Okay.
That's going to be horrible when they find out.
Well, the,
I got the right number.
The rules were clear. Yeah, tell them they want a free trip.
So who's calling the second
I am
option?
Jim.
Okay.
okay.
All right, try this one.
Just kidding.
Please leave your message for
Kidding. Gotta be kidding me.
wow.
Call ended.
My guess is we don't have a plan C.
No,
we
No,
don't.
we have a plan C.
We have,
Lunch.
Okay.
We have 5 plans.
Let's give her. We got to give the same chances.
Yeah, we got to call more than once.
What I was saying earlier is reach out, hit us up if you have questions with certain trainers or certain topics. Give us send us an email, shoot us a message, whatever. We'll be glad to help when you're choosing.
What's the chat saying with the phone calls?
Sucks to be that person. What a bummer.
Yes.
Yeah. So to be clear, if anyone did know the rules, we do not know their names. We asked them to submit a phone number and their story.
Yeah, we didn't
So
want their
all we
names.
have is a phone number to call.
We didn't want their names to influence our decision. So.
I have a serious question.
What's your question?
Yes.
Tanner, is your waistline bigger than your inseam?
That would be a special order pant every time.
Yep.
Let me call this number again.
I have an abdomen of a 6'2" tall person with the legs of a 4 foot tall person, so my pants are very close.
Try this again.
Chad, I do not know. Chad asked, "Wow, what's wrong with these people?" I do not know. Corey, you very well be.
Here we go again.
Please leave your message for.
Wow.
Call ended. Oh, that was sent to voicemail.
Well, I guess
Dang.
next one.
Holy crap. That was only the second call, guys. We have to do 3 for every person,
Okay,
even
fine.
though it's
Yeah.
a waste of time.
All right, Keith.
Yep. I'm on it.
Okay.
Is it the one that starts with a 6?
Yes.
Okay. So to make sure.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
I expected somebody to pick up.
Well, they picked up all right.
Especially how passionate they were in their.
Oh yeah, they were down. All right.
We just wanted to keep the suspense going. We made up the first 2 numbers.
Yeah. All right, it's ringing. I don't have their thing pulled up. Someone send me the link.
Chris, you can talk about what they want if they answer. Chris can talk about the person.
Oh, they won't be able to hear everyone else talk, only me.
Well, I'll have Max answer when I play.
Yeah.
It's ringing more.
Please leave your message for.
Holy.
Well, that's 3 and out.
So no, that's first one, second one.
You ended the call before her name was announced.
Well, I don't really care what the name is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I was thinking that should be intentional, honestly. We don't want anybody knowing the name.
Yeah.
Okay, let's call the third. Ridiculous.
All right, number 3.
This is why we made multiple calls. Why we made multiple numbers for this.
Free trip.
Do you realize how many people are sitting at home that are watching this that are freaking out because they would answer their phone because they did their due diligence?
All right, people.
All right, number 3. Please answer.
Yeah, you're gonna get a call from a New York number. Please answer your phone.
Yeah.
All right.
Collectors are calling. This is the opposite of a collection call.
Yeah, we want to give you something.
Who's calling?
Chris.
Hello?
Hello, how you doing? This is Chris from Train by Text. Who's this?
This is Nolan.
Nolan, how's it going?
Pretty good. That's crazy. I can't believe you guys didn't pick up and then you guys call me.
Is this Nolan with N-O-W spelling?
Was that?
Is this Nolan with N-O-W spelling?
No, this is Nollan.
Okay, I was just wondering.
How's it going, Nolan?
Pretty good. Even better now that you guys called me.
Now, huh?
Sweet.
You were really our first choice. The first 2 numbers were just bogus.
What? That's for them.
So here's a question, Nolan. Is this your cell phone?
This is, yes.
So if we send you a link to the Zoom chat, would you mind joining us?
To the what chat?
To the live video chat.
Sure.
Are you naked?
That's an important question.
Bonus points if you're naked.
Brian, can you send a link?
Yep, doing it right now.
Brian is sending you a link to your phone.
All right.
So, we'll do it when you're live, when you join on.
Okay.
So we can read his thing while he's getting all set up and downloaded the app and stuff.
Yes, can somebody read that? Because I don't have it pulled up.
I'm trying to get it pulled up.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Hello.
He's probably going to install the app.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take long at all. 228.
So let's go over here.
So this is number 3, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Like you took a number 3. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Nolan.
So I'm a Toyota Master Diagnostic Tech, work in Kirkland, Washington,
Okay.
at a Toyota dealership.
Awesome. And so I think in your submission, you wrote that you participated in. Actually, I think you were one of Brent's first choices.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a couple of us that you were definitely at the top. For obviously you were, but I think you had your hand in transitioning a dealer franchise service department out of the flat rate pay scale. Is that right?
It's something that I've been kind of working with, my manager, and just trying to put ideas out there, try to change things a little bit.
Did he receive that text?
Yeah, it's a Zoom.
Yes. Click on that link. It's going to have you download an app, and then you'll be able to join with us.
I'll tell you what. Why don't I hang up with you, and then you go and download the app.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Well,
Call ended.
All right,
We
we have a
got,
winner.
I'm glad somebody answered.
That's
goodness
awesome.
gracious. That's
That
unbelievable.
was,
Phenomenal.
that's
So-
almost bad.
I'm curious. Does anybody know? Is it Nolan? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think
No one's backstory.
looks like
I heard him say-
PJ knows him, and his last name is Norland Worrell. And it looks like PJ told him to sign up, so it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Well, thanks, PJ.
Thank you, PJ.
Yeah, thank you, PJ. Yeah.
We're gonna see him here in a moment, hopefully.
Well, I think you had to get naked first.
Mhm.
That's going to complete our perfect square. On
Yeah,
YouTube.
we're gonna have 9.
Oh, I thought you meant the naked thing. I was like, yeah, we did do everything else.
Yeah, I'm ready to throw
I thought
more
it was
clothes.
I thought it was a circle.
Freezing my tail off here.
Did somebody say something about anal gland?
I said, no. I said Nolan.
What the heck?
Wow, that went downhill fast.
I swear, I
anyways.
thought I heard that. I don't know.
I'll be.
Don't threaten me.
Yeah, I think you offended Tanner.
I'll be right back.
Who knew it'd be so hard to give away a free trip?
I know.
Right.
Gosh. So
Unfortunately, for the first 2 people, we tried.
I'm glad we narrowed it down to 5 people, so we had others to fall back on.
I didn't.
Well.
I thought maybe. I thought maybe. Oh man, that's unfortunate.
It's
Yeah.
a bummer. Listen, they're gonna probably watch this when they find out. So
Yeah.
I encourage you guys or gals to just because you didn't win it doesn't mean you can't come. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is.
All right, he's in. Just turn his video and mic on. He should be good.
Almost there. Unmute yourself. There. Oh, look.
There he
There
is.
he is.
Turn your
Nice.
mic on, Nolan. You're muted.
You're muted.
You got to press the screen and then press the microphone button at the bottom left.
He's almost there.
Your left to my left.
There you
There
go.
he goes.
Hey, congratulations, Nolan.
Congratulations, Nolan.
Congratulations, bud.
Congrats.
Oh, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Barely hear you. Oh, now we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Kind of. Your phone looks like it's charging. How's it going?
Hey,
Pretty good. Pretty good.
the computer's acting up. I got a funny looking green guy in the lower right hand corner of my screen.
So Nolan.
Yes.
So tell us about yourself. How'd you hear about Vision? Why did you want to go? Why did you apply for the scholarship?
Well, I actually heard about it through another guy that's on the automotive. It was on a Facebook group. I heard it through one of the guys on a Facebook group.
Mhm.
So he kind of told me to, enter this contest, and I looked up the event. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I looked at all the classes that's offered there, and it's, it's stuff that I've always wanted to learn. So yeah, that's kind of how I entered it.
Awesome.
That's phenomenal.
So how you feeling right now?
Man, it's kind of surreal, I guess.
Well, I think the third most important question is, are you going to be able to go?
That's a good question. I'm gonna put in the time off, but I mean, I'm gonna go. Yeah,
You owe it to yourself.
You gotta make it
Yeah.
happen.
That's awesome.
If the dealer gives you a hard time about it, one of us will call and talk with them about the benefits for them, and if they still give you a hard time, we have some pull that we may be able to arrange.
You know some mobster or
Help
something,
them.
Tanner? What the hell?
No.
Listen, I know a guy that knows the guy that'll bat a dude and give him $20.
Tanner knows the lollipop guild.
Toyota has been very
It will
good
handle it for you.
in the with training and things like that. They have some people that are
Yeah.
involved.
Toyota.
With the
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
whole
Jill
podcast and whatnot.
probably get
So, yeah,
Jill Saunders,
So
Making
there's
them off for the
people with
camera.
Toyota that greatly
Mark
support
Saxenberg, I
training,
think.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome, man. Look
What
forward
we're
to
saying
meeting.
is we'll throw crap on top of all your bosses until they make you allowed to come.
No. We want them to understand the benefit for them and understand, I guess, really what it means for the dealership to have a tech going there.
Especially if they're not paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big one.
Nolan, do you have any experience outside of the dealership, or have you been a dealership technician your entire career?
I've been a dealership tech for most of my career. I mean, I started off at like a Sears automotive, but I've been with Toyota ever since.
Okay. I just wanted to see what your outlook was. I was a dealership technician for most of my career and then transitioned into the independent world, and it turned my life upside down, but for the better. So I don't know if you had a little experience as well either.
Yeah, I think that he said that you appreciate the training that you get at the dealer, but you recognize that there's some definite value in the aftermarket side, I think, in the write-up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
Now, I got a question for you, Nolan. Does your dealership have the Pico?
We do. Yeah, we have the 4-channel Pico.
Okay, very cool. Have
Yeah.
you used it?
Yeah, I usually keep it in my bay actually.
Okay.
Nobody else.
Tanner,
No, that's nobody
what
touched.
Tanner really wants you to do is take all those known good waveforms from that library and just give them to him.
I would love that, but maybe somebody at Toyota eventually will.
Somebody just asked me, Tanner, what is your favorite flavor Flintstone pie? Why don't you start taking them?
I like Reese's Puffs.
So Nolan,
Yes.
obviously you got to get your schedule picked out. But what would be your dream like your dream type schedule? What kind of classes would you take if you had to pick of whatever you could?
He already looked at his schedule already, so he's got some stuff in mind, I bet.
I was looking at a couple, probably like, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Keep in mind you got one of the guys teaching one of the classes right on this chat.
Okay, we'll take that one. Anything to help me with scope usage and like, and
To the right place.
I'm open to whatever.
Oh, you'll find it. You'll find it there.
Yeah.
So, As far as the training, the diagnostic type training at the dealership, because I've never been to one in my life. How is your dealership deal with that, or do you got to kind of teach yourself?
It's so they do send us to class. I mean, I've pretty much gone through all the Toyota training that they offer, and they do like a yearly update class on like newer technologies. So like last year or a few months ago, we went to one when they introduced like direct injection and some park assist stuff. But like that's pretty much the extent of it now.
What about your diagnostic training or like critical thinking type stuff? Is that all? Are you on your own for that?
Pretty much, yeah.
I suggest those are the classes you should take at Vision.
Yeah, amen.
Oh, they'll blow your mind.
Yeah,
think
he's in
one
the right. Go ahead.
And I'm not sure about his area, but I've been told that Toyota's been using some of Pico trainers for some of their stuff for certain areas. So some of them are getting could possibly have like Matt Manslow or somebody teaching.
I would,
as well.
you know, I was just going to ask. For some reason, I just had a thought. Matt Fonslow was involved in something like that. Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, certain areas have had it, from what I'm told.
Yeah, there's a lot of manufacturers that are getting either just the scope itself or the scope of the NVH, and some of them are hiring Pico's coming in and doing some hands-on classes. But I think Fonslow has taught techs, but he also teaches a lot of field service engineers.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
What area of the country in? Washington?
Yeah, I'm near Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
So ATE has an event in Washington, I think near Seattle. That's pretty big too, from what I understand. Pretty sweet event. Automotive Training Expo. I always forget what it means, but ATE. I think it's like pretty close to it. I think it's like a month after or something like that. But either way, when you start looking at the schedule, let us know. And if you have any questions with any trainers or any of the material, most of us attended most of the instructors' classes before. So it takes some time after attending events like these for a few years. You start to really know who's pretty awesome.
Sounds good.
But would you be flying out of Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Brent is fading fast over there. His voice is leaving him. So, what was the last aftermarket type training you've had, or has it only been dealership stuff?
I've only gone to dealership training. I've never gone to any aftermarket training.
Well, this is going to be life changing.
So 4 days straight of constant training and no sleep. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
No, it's constant training and then constant networking and then
No sleep.
And then no sleep.
I don't know. I think I get like 3 hours a night.
Yeah.
I originally wasn't even going to be able to make it the whole time. I had to fly in Friday, Thursday, teach Friday, and fly home Saturday.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Too
You're
much.
going to be there the whole time now, Brandon?
Yeah. Now I'm out of the shop.
Nice.
Which hotel you staying at?
I don't know yet. I'm sure that's being arranged.
Well, you just let me know once you book your hotel room.
Buddy, you're going to be the last guy that finds out.
You need a snuggle buddy, Brandon?
What?
You need a snuggle buddy? I'll snuggle up with
Hey,
you.
you guys are all welcome.
Listen, I can attest for Tanner. He's a
I'm
good
not
small
snuggling.
He's a
spoon.
good snuggler.
He's a good small spoon, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
imagine Tanner in a king bed by himself.
I haven't booked my hotel yet either.
Needle in a haystack.
Speaking of getting out of the shop, my last day in the shop, I backed a 2017 Focus into a side of a. It was the most minimal of damage, but it didn't hit that thing, and $800 later, surprise. Oops.
Great way to cap a career.
Yeah, go out with a bang, literally.
Literally. I've been there. My first day at the last shop, that's what I did. Backed the car into a car.
Oops.
Shouldn't have been there.
Whoops.
Well, cool, man.
They set fire to an engine compartment.
I did that.
Who would do that?
I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
Brian.
We're gonna let that
I don't know
down.
who could have
Brian,
do that,
you
Brian?
you should play that movie right now. For all that beautiful bean footage.
Everybody's seen it, all right?
Everybody has seen it.
But you know what?
Chris already.
This is-
They haven't
Chris
seen it.
already
They
This is
haven't
what
seen
it looks like.
They haven't seen it tonight.
Come on.
You got a good point.
I haven't seen it and laughed with 9 people simultaneously.
Let's see. So you've started finding out about some of this stuff. Just going, you found some Facebook groups, automotive diagnostic Facebook groups, right?
Yeah, I did.
Are you on diag.net yet?
No, I'm not. I've been looking at it.
Man, you need to sign up. At least do the free trial. I think we're still offered the free trial. The
I
TBT.
believe so. Yeah, if you email support@diag.net and just
You need some
mention
Toyota specialists in there.
mention
Yeah,
TBT
take
trial,
Wayne has
and
some people there.
you'll get a free.
Hey, real quick, I want to throw an idea out there. Our good buddy Justin Morgan just texted me and said, "How about we get Nolan back for like a post-vision interview?"
Yes. Yeah, that was the plan.
It's a great idea.
Great idea.
Thanks, Justin.
Hey, hold on a second.
Oh,
Hold on.
What
Here
are
we
you
go.
Uh-oh.
jeez.
Uh-oh.
This is pro. You can't beat this. Silence, everyone. You know something? I did watch the solution here. No, it's not over. Brian, at this
Can you
point,
imagine if we could see him scurry across the
Brian,
Got good spark.
Brian,
That's what I was saying. This is what Brian looked like.
he was burning off the converter. Yeah.
I got it out. All right.
And now it's flooded and hydrolocked.
Yeah. But it's got good spark and good fuel.
No spark, no fuel, and no crank.
Still don't start.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Let's do it again, just one more time.
There was
One more
no
time, from the
harm to
top.
this engine.
You
by
got
the
the
way.
audio? You got any audio on that?
I got audio. Are you listening?
Yeah, listen.
You got subwoofers.
You know what? I was swapping a throttle body injector on an old Saturn one time. And something very similar happened. As somebody, the intake manifold up with fuel, and I'm thinking to myself all sorts of curse words. So I got a bunch of rags and some cardboard, and I had my buddy Kenny crank it over. And as this engine's going around 2 or 3 times, I'm thinking to myself, I'm forgetting this. I never unplugged the ignition control.
Oops.
Where's your video? Come on.
I was.
Wasn't dumb enough to document.
Tell you what, dude, I was dancing around and screaming like a 13-year-old girl. It was a fire extinguisher and a garden hose, and I didn't have the sense to grab either one. I just sat there dancing like an idiot.
Same here, man. I was
See,
doing.
I was very poised. I knew what to do. I was ready to go.
I just-
I would love to see you run.
At the very end, you can hear me blow the last little bit of fire out.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Lean
Check
out
that
that
again.
fuel mixture a little bit.
You can't tell you weren't puckered a little bit.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. Everybody that's watching, turn the sound up. When that thing goes, it's loud. Hold on. Okay.
Brian, did anybody see? Did you look around?
I was alone.
Well, lucky you.
Yeah, I was alone in the shop, and I was trying to make. I made this video because the customer could not understand why the PCM injector driver stuck on was a problem. He's like, if it's on, it's good. I'm like, well, no.
Oh,
Use
God.
the pulse.
Since you wiped on my car, I got this smell.
And
It ain't been right since.
there was no damage to this vehicle, and not even the harness. Nothing got damaged at all, other than
That's
other than
amazing.
the water.
Oh,
I can't stop watching this.
Oh, my God. The bang is hilarious. It's so loud.
I love that the camera is all over or anything. This is
Oh, God.
Video together for everybody of all the dumb things we do.
Hold on a second. One more time.
Research.
oh.
Yeah, he said, forget the Noid light. I got something better.
I wanted to show the actual fuel coming out. The spray pattern.
Oh, God. Okay. That's enough. Beating a dead horse.
It's still kicking.
It's
You're right,
roasted
it's still
pork.
kicking. Hold on. It's still kicking. Right.
No, I did not send him the video. I actually made a second video of the same style without the coil being plugged in.
Brian will never live.
I should have never showed you guys. I made this video like 8 years ago. It just now surfaced.
Oh man.
No, you should plug in that. Oh God, I can't think of the name of that song. That. Never mind. It's not funny.
Now everybody that sees me at Vision. Hey, there's a guy that lit the car on fire.
That's what. Yeah.
We'll put a badge on you at Vision. I am the guy that made the
I
fire.
swear.
Fire Marshal Brian.
I wear a shirt with flames
Get
on
a special screen sprint with that image.
You're the guy that set fire to the Quad 3 engine.
Quad 3.
We burnt one cylinder down to the ground.
I think at Vision we may have to make multiple name tags, and we'll make a Lollipop Guild name tag for me and Brandon, but Justin Morgan is also going to get one.
Yeah, and Brent, he's like the same height.
Oh, shut your mouth! I'm at least half an inch.
At least half an inch.
That's because he's always hopping.
Hey, Brent, I gotta tell you a true
Thicker
story.
shoes.
You remember when we first met face to face, and I offered to buy you a beer at Vision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was scared you were gonna hurt me. That's why I got you the beer. Dude, you look so scary.
Yeah. But I kind of had the same thing when I first got picked up by Tommy and Bryn was sitting in the front seat. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And am I getting killed? You know, I haven't been my entire life. But
Bryn have pizza or something.
Bryn's coming in looking like a white cholo. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm totally getting a teardrop tattoo. Like this is a neck tattoo.
Dude, that's what I mean. It'd be believable.
Hey, my first time to meet Brandon face to face, he freaked out and had to go stay up all night in a hotel room preparing to stretch a class out an extra 4 hours.
You know something? You want me to tell that story real quick?
I'll tell the story.
It's not a big deal, but to me it was. So I'm invited out to a Christian Brothers conference in Texas. And I get there and I'm prepared to teach an 8-hour class that was boiled down to 4 hours to accommodate time. So hundreds and hundreds of PowerPoint slides I omitted and focused on the ones I wanted to teach to get the point across. I get there the evening before. I mean, what was it? It was dinner time, 5, 6 o'clock, right, Pete? Keith?
Yeah, it was somewhere. Yeah, it was pretty close.
And me and Keith meet up in the lobby, and we're walking around, and we bump into the power that be there. It was Matt Brand and Joe. I forget Joe's name. What's Joe's name?
Joe Hyde.
Joe Hyde. Sorry, Joe, if you're listening. But he's, y'all ready to go? And we're talking, and he shows me my schedule. And it shows teaching from like 9 a.m. till noon, and then there's lunch. And then after lunch, it shows me back again from like 1 to 4. I said, I'm only teaching one class. He says, yeah, I know. I said, it's a 4-hour class. He's like, no, it's not. It's 8 hours.
Surprise.
I looked at him like a deer in headlights, and he pats me on the shoulder. He goes, you'll figure it out. You'll be all right.
Oh.
So, oops. I went and got my wits about me in the bar. Had a beer with a good friend, and then went up for the rest of the night to crunch some slides. Went okay.
Gonna talk a lot slower.
It went good.
No, yeah, fun, right? Keith, the end. We had time to pull off some scope captures and do some live demonstrations. Keith gave me a hand. He really bailed me out. So thank you, buddy.
No problem, man. I didn't do anything. I just ran the projector.
Good, because I didn't know how. So.
Well, Nolan, congratulations, buddy. Really looking forward to meeting you. One of us will start looking at flights. So definitely, if you're sure you can go, we're gonna start making arrangements really quick because you got to get you some classes before they're rolled out or whatever. So
yeah, Nolan, I PM'd you, Nolan.
Oh yeah, I saw
Get your all right, cool.
What happened?
One last quick thing too. Your fellow Toyota tech, PJ, that told you to send in the application, Nolan, says that you owe him a beer.
I got him.
Which PJ is this?
PJ Walter.
Walter.
I figured as much. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
The guy, the Steelers fan.
He seems like it.
Wait, he's a Steelers?
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
he's one of those guys.
Yeah, that's the only downfall.
Yeah, but he's
Hey,
from
Tommy.
Washington?
Tommy, go Bears, right?
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Well, cool.
Well, I think that's it. I think we did a good job. Congrats.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, we got it done.
Things definitely happened.
Flawless.
Hold on, let's close it on a high note. Hold on one second.
Stop it.
You gonna play the video again?
Hold on. Here we go. Okay. All right, everybody. Good night. Have a good night.
No.
This is Brian. And
Oh, not with a bang.
Oh, Pitbull, put the Fireball song on.
oh man.
It's got 18 likes. That's pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, guys, if you thumbs up the video, the video will get shared more, and we'll get more views, and we'll have more stuff to give away.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
feels like
Brian,
any-
can you add that to the TBT playlist? Because I think more people should find it. That'll be our most highly viewed video.
It
I think
probably
we should
would.
put it on there. I think we should do it.
All right. Anybody watching? You're attending Vision. Beat up Nolan. You know, pull him out. Don't let him sneak by without giving him a hard time.
And make sure you come say hi, Noah. We
Yeah.
gotta meet you.
Will do.
Just
Oh, he has to. He's bunking with me and Tommy in that one king size room.
No, it's twin. It's
It was
twin
a-
bed.
That's not going to
My
be
friend's
good.
a
That's,
mofo.
Nolan, these guys snore heavy, man.
We're just kidding.
Just letting
got
you know,
your own
Nolan,
room.
you're gonna catch the bug. So next year's gonna be on you, and you're gonna not have a choice in this.
Yeah, so start saving today for next year.
All jokes aside, you're going to have your own room.
Yeah.
This will be a good trip, man. Yeah. Before we go, I want to say that Seth Thorson is one of those lead trainers that we talk about. He's teaching a class, day and a half class in South Florida this weekend. Attendance is kind of low, so if you're in Florida or want to make it to one of the best BMW trainer classes, please look into that. LMV.
Yep, LMB.
LMB, yeah,
Bavarian.
Bavarian, yeah.
Look into
Yeah,
that. It's
if
in
you
the
can make
Facebook
it to
groups.
it.
Go ahead, Tanner.
If you can make it to it, Seth's a friend of mine, and I've had the pleasure of sitting in a couple of his classes. Great classes, and even if you're not somebody that specializes in BMW, if you're somebody that just wants to know more about them or is considering getting into working on them and just trying to broaden your horizons, I think it's a good class to go to. So if you are close enough to go or want to make the trip down there, it would be a good advantage, I think, for you, and it would also help out him.
Also, ASA Florida, so Automotive Service Association of Florida, has a couple classes coming up late January, I believe it is. Mike Cleary is teaching a electronic diagnostic class and a 6.7 power stroke class. So look into that as well. ASA Florida. You can find them, I think they have their own website, I'm pretty sure, and Facebook page as well. So look into that. Maybe I'll convince Brian to put those up on our website. I don't know.
Sure.
Promise him a beer, but and to remind you guys, we have lots of training classes and events. We try to keep that. Brian, I shouldn't say we should be credit for it, but Brian tries to keep that up on our website because we're all, if you haven't noticed, we're all passionate about training. So thank you guys for coming along. For those of you that did not win, man, there was some amazing entries. 67, I think we got through. I'm telling you, it doesn't sound like a lot. But when you're reading through 67 emails trying to figure out who to choose, it's definitely a tough job. But
Yeah.
it was a good time. We really enjoyed y'all's story and your passion. Really appreciate you applying. Like I said earlier, if you didn't win, please do your best to come. If not this year, come next year or go to any event. Come visit our site, see what's going on, see if something's coming up kind of close to you. If you can't make anything out of state or something, try to come. We really appreciate the entries, though, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and
Nice to see everybody.
one last thing. It's you guys who made this possible. You guys made it possible for us to do this for Nolan. So thank you again, and
Absolutely.
we'll see more of this in the future.
Yeah, everybody that that has helped us, you know, we really appreciate it. That's it, right? Yeah, thank you guys. We're super excited to be able to do this, and we're really looking forward to it. And we're going to help Nolan go, and it's going to be amazing. Unofficially, with the help of Bruce Oliver and Mike Oden, we're going to have a hand in getting somebody else to go. Midwest Auto Care Alliance is the people that put this amazing show on every year. Sherry Hamilton and shoot, I'm drawing a blank because it's late.
Jerry Holcomb.
Amazing people. It's like what, the 26th year or something. I don't know. It's been going on for a long time. They're really, really good at what they do. Everything that they do everything. Like, you don't have to think about anything. You just show up and you get your stuff, and it's awesome. They do an amazing job. They gave ASAPA Pennsylvania a scholarship for a student, or they gave ASAPA a scholarship, Vision Power Pass, which is the 3.5-day full ride to the event anyways, to ASAPA for ASAPA to do what they wanted to do with at the Super Saturday event. I know that kind of sounds confusing, but they asked us to help pick somebody. We chose a current enrolled student in the automotive technology program. We got Trey. He's going to be coming. He actually just submitted his class request, so he's getting registered, or has gotten registered just recently. Super excited to be able to help him be involved with that. And thank you, Midwest Auto Care Alliance. Thank you, Joe from the Super Saturday event for allowing us to be a part of that. Thank you, George Minshew. Thank you, Jim Morton, for helping to make this happen too. So I'll shut up now, you guys. Just really wanted to touch on that.
Awesome.
Any last?
I think that's it. I think we're
it.
done. Do we want to watch the fire one more time?
No,
No.
All right. I think I'm beating the dead horse. All right, I think we're good.
Good night and good luck.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everyone.
You guys have a phenomenal night.
See you all soon.
And congrats,
Take care.
Nolan.
Good night, guys.
Bye.